Hi, this is Tim. Today we're going to talk about how to use the user-defined function block in Rockwell Automation's Connected Components Workbench software to control a Powerflex 525 drive using the Micro820 line of PLCs. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We put out at least one automation video a week. And any questions that come up, feel free to put them in the comments. Your question this week could easily be next week's automation topic. For this video, we will be using one of our Micro820 PLC trainers. And we're actually going to use one of Rockwell Automation's answer IDs because they've already written a great user-defined function block to do this. That ID number is QA57091. And I'll put a link to it in the description of this lesson. And also note the access level is everyone. That means you don't need any special Tech Connect contract or anything like that to access this. You do need a login, but there's no cost to create a login. Now, if you scroll to the bottom of this, there's going to be a download. Now, I'm going to admit, normally I would caution you against downloading exe files, but in this case, this is how they package this one, but it is just a self-extracting file. So we'll download it and then go ahead and open up the exe file, and it's going to ask where you want to extract these files. So we'll just go and put them, let's call it downloads, user-defined function block. Okay, and there's no real acknowledgement that it did anything after that, but if you go to your File Explorer and go to where you told it to extract it to, you're going to see that there is a .7z file in there now. So now what we want to do is let's go ahead and open up Connected Components Workbench and let's create a new program. And under controllers, we're going to be using a Micro820 controller. And it'll be a 2080 LC20 20QBB. So we'll select it and add it to our project. And then right away, let's go ahead and configure our Ethernet settings because we seem to forget that quite often. So we're going to be at 192.168.110 with a subnet of 255.255.255.0. And that's the default for our trainer. Also, our Powerflex 525 is set to 192.168.112. Now let's right-click our controller in the top of the tree and go down to Import, and we're going to import an Exchange file. Then let's go and navigate to that folder that we created, and right there is going to be our .7z. We'll select it, and there is that user-defined function block. So we're going to import it. And now under user-defined function blocks, there is this block for controlling the Powerflex 525 drive. So let's go ahead and create a program, and we'll go ahead and just add a new ladder diagram and open it up. And up top here, we have instruction block. Let's just drag one of those down and just type RA because that's the beginning of that, and you're going to see that RA PFX ENet, that is that function block. Now, so this is a very long function block, but it includes a lot of really useful functionality. And just like in any function block, if you mouse over it, it tells you all the data types. So for our IP address, it needs to be a string. So let's right-click, variable selector, and let's just put in PF IP address. And that will be a string. And then we have update rate, which is a uint. So right click, PF update rate. And I don't think I need to bore you with going through each one of these because I'm going to do the exact same thing. So let's speed through this part. Okay, so that's all the parameters. And let's go ahead and download this program. If you need any help downloading your program or configuring your drivers or anything like that, just look down the description. We have a whole lesson series that goes through that. But also, if you're really gung-ho and you're like, all right, let's go, We're not done yet, so just hold on. We've got a little work we've got to do to the Powerflex drive still. Mainly, we've got to configure its start source and its command reference, which are parameters P46 and P47. So if we hit the select key, and then while the letter's highlighted, we go up to P, and then we want to go to 46. And right now it's set to 1. We want that to 5, which is Ethernet IP. And then we want to go to parameter P47, which is set to 1 right now. And we want to set it to 15. Now there's a lot of parameters on this function block, but there are 3 that you have to set to get the communications to work. And that's the IP address, the update rate, and the control timeout. So our IP address is going to be 192.168.1.12, which is the IP address of the Powerflex drive. And our update rate, I guess it would depend on your application. I'm just going to throw 1,000, which will be 1,000 milliseconds. And then you have a timeout, which is how long of it not communicating do we wait before we say it's not communicating? And I'm just going to put a value of 2 in that. Okay, so let's go ahead and enable our function block. And first, right here, this is probably the first thing to pay attention to is this function block error. We want to make sure it doesn't go true. So Control T, which is the same as toggling a bit. If you didn't know that, you can right click it, toggle bit, or Control T. And all right, we got false for an error, so that's good news. And so let's go down to the bottom of this and let's put in our speed reference. So we're going to put a speed reference of 20, and that's going to be 20 hertz. And then look up and find your PF start right here. Let's highlight it and hit Control T. And our drive is going to start running, and it's up to 20 hertz. And at any time you can change this. Let's say we wanted to go to 25 hertz. Now, I normally keep mine kind of low because the mic really goes crazy if I start running this at 60, but obviously 60 would be full speed on this. And at any time that you want to stop it, highlight this stop right here, Control T, and that's going to bring it to a stop. So there's how to get your basic user-defined function block working. We're actually going to build out a lot of programs with this function block because it has a lot of functionality. In fact, while we're here, let's just go ahead and start that back up and look down here, and we can get the current off of it, the bus voltage, the voltage that's going to the motor. A lot of good data here. So we're going to do a lot of videos with this coming up. So I hope this video has been helpful. Please hit that like button and also make sure you're subscribed so you can get notifications when we put out more of these Powerflex videos. Till next time. Hi, this is Tim.
And this is Amber of TW Controls. We run the automation store. Hey, thanks for finding our channel.
Here's a playlist with some similar videos.
And YouTube thinks you'll like this video.
Please like our video and subscribe to our channel.
And if our videos have helped you make some money and you're not using our products, please consider supporting us on Patreon.
Till next time.
See ya!